We are live, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So, hi, good evening, everyone. So, I am super excited. I'm super happy to announce another star of the evening. And I have with me Dr. Devashish Gupta, a student of AIMS Delhi, our 3-year foundation student, and a student of so many other things as well, smart medicine, TND, and whatnot. So, Devashish, once again, my heartiest congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
So, like I said, guys, these are the people who made our year. Whatever like we have thought of, whatever little we have been able to contribute, now this is the result we have in front of us. So these are the students who make us super, super proud, and it feels like as if we have got our result again. So Devashish, so many people are watching you right now, and you are like a source of inspiration for now so many. So you have to tell us that how it all started, from where you started with your things, your thought process, and your imagination that I need to reach here. Over to you. You need to tell us.
Okay. Actually, I started my preparation for the first 2 years in college. I was not a very bright student. I was like for the first 2 years after cracking AIMS UG, I thought it's my time to have a little fun, and so I started my actual preparation from third year. And at that time, I joined DBMCI, and at that time, I started attending the lectures and all in Gautam Nagar. It's nearby. And after that, in 2020, there was COVID lockdown, right? So all the classes were shut down, and then there was a creation of this great platform, eGurukul, and it really helped me a lot. Like I could watch videos anywhere, anytime, like according to my convenience. I don't have to go go to the live classes there in Gautam Nagar, and so yeah, this eGurukul, having a platform like eGurukul, an online platform, is really helpful for me. And also the question banks were there on the eGurukul only. So it was like a cherry on top that everything is there at one place only.
Oh,
Then yeah, then after that, my main focus was November INI-CET. In that, I also secured 67th rank, but I wanted medicine only since I have studied from AIMS. I was like, okay,
yes.
and it was with my internship. So I thought I can take one more try. And so I dropped that 67th rank, and then I was preparing for this May section. And in meantime, my mom said, like, usually the pattern here in AIMS says that we usually don't get NEET PG because if the rank is bad, then it will demotivate us. But still, my mom said, nah, just give it as a test for fun to see your preparation, where you stand. And that's how I stood here at rank 14.
So her advice actually worked for us. No, that's so good. So basically, Devashish, like you said, you started in third year, not before that.
Yeah,
Okay. So
no,
you are those bunch of students who have seen the pre-COVID era, the first and second year.
yeah,
You have seen the
yeah,
complete COVID era, complete like from this much of work to shut down everything. And then you have again been to the
yeah.
normal world. So, like, what do you think? Will be a change, or what should be the change in the strategy of a student if now the things have opened up properly, and like you didn't had actually the privilege to be a part of any face-to-face thing or go anywhere. You were supposed to, and you were bound to be a part of online platform.
Hmm.
Now, when you have seen the exam, when you have given the exam, how much do you think it would have been like, important to be a part of a, to go somewhere, to sit in the classroom, or to go with the online? How much different does it make? What is your opinion on that?
Sir, my personal opinion is that, like, if you can maintain a self-discipline and you can follow your regular routine, then online thing is actually equivalent to the regular classes. But I've seen a lot of students not able to, like, they sit and they lie down on bed and then watch the video like it's a YouTube video. So, like, if you don't have self-control and online it's on mobile, and then you have Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and everything whatnot. If you don't have control on that, then so online thing is not for you. But then you should go for live classes where actually, and also live classes mein na, there's one thing. See, online mein to usually people do what is they watch the videos two times, three times, and they usually don't make even notes, or they make notes in iPad. Like I'm totally against this strategy of making notes in iPad. Like, I want a touch of paper to study. So if you are one of those, then live classes definitely go for you.
Good.
Sure, it will be a tough thing because it takes 12 hours. Like, it's a hectic thing, but yeah, those are like equally good as compared to the eGurukul online classes.
One thing that you would like to tell about yourself, like what you said, I'll just summarize it. You said face to face is good, but online is also good, provided you can keep a control on yourself. Is
Yes,
it?
sir.
What is that one word which you would like to describe about yourself, which kept you like on the track, which kept you all the time, vigilant that I have to achieve this? What is that one word which you would like to describe for yourself?
Self-discipline.
Discipline. So that is the most important thing. So
Yeah.
see, everyone who is watching us right now live, this is something what like every successful candidate will always say, that you need to be little disciplined and you have to be little strict with yourself. Okay. So if you are on the track, if you're always on the track, things will fall in place. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what you follow, but things will fall in place if you maintain your own discipline and schedule and everything like that. Okay. So this Devashish, when you were preparing, while you
Mm.
were like started with the third year, as you said. So in the initial
Mm.
part, how did you started like your studies? What was the focus when you came to the class, when you joined the foundation batch? What was the aim like in the mind? With what mindset did you started the class? Started taking the class?
In third and final year, it was basically we also have to study for the college professionals.
True.
So my target was ki first I will complete my third year subjects and fourth year subjects, and in internship I will go to my first and second year subjects. So in that way, I was also able to cover for the profs, and then I have a lot of time remaining for my first and second year subjects. Like sure, the weightage of first and second year subjects is now increasing, but so that's why I need a proper time for that. So 1 year for internship is I think is fine enough for first and second year subjects, and also like reading textbooks helped me a lot for final year subjects. I would really recommend this. I used to, for medicine now. I didn't read Harrison. Like a lot of people say, Harrison is the gold standard, but I really thought that it's too much. So I relied on class notes, and after coming back, I would read from. There was a practical book called PJ Mehta, and
Yeah,
I mean it's a really good book. I really recommend it.
I have read that too in my time. It is a wonderful book, and that was, I remember when we were reading, it was like I think fourth edition or so, like the third or fourth edition. It was like 20 years back from now, but it's a wonderful book, no doubt about it.
Yeah. My mom
Devashish.
only told me about it. Actually, my
Ah,
mom is MD medicine, so she was like, "You read
oh,
from this book."
that's good. No, so you have one mentor at your home as well. Wonderful.
Yeah.
But Devashish, you said one very important thing. Like when you started, you had your final year for third and final year subject.
Mm.
You planned your first and second year subject in the internship. Okay. So if it was so, how did you like? I have two questions from here. First is how did you manage your revision? Because when you are into internship and you are focused on to first and second year subject, how did you manage to revise your third and final year subject? That is one. Second point is now you know that the NEET is going to get replaced by next. And
Mm.
every student of final year, before entering the internship, will have to appear for the exam. Okay. So how do you think now the change in strategy of this studying and completion of notes, revision, T&Ds, everything has to be done by the student? So these are two questions I have.
So, for about the first question, that how I revised my final year subject, it was basically more of MCQ based revision. I would do the MCQs of a topic, and then if I find it's weak, then I would revise it again. But if I find it sufficient enough that I'm happy with it, how I performed in MCQs, then I would say, okay, finally, and I will move on to the next topic. And first year and second year subject needs to be done from scratch only. This internship.
How many days, Devashish, how many days you took to revise your first and second year subject in the internship period?
It's hard to tell because it was not a very organized kind of, because with the internship, like you can understand it's hectic.
The whole day is
So
hectic, I can
yeah,
understand. How did you, like, how many tests did you give, or I must say like the GTs that you gave, how many, or how frequently you
I,
gave GTs?
I used to give GT every weekly or sometimes once in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Every
And
Sunday,
after
Sunday.
every Sunday. So that was good enough. And after every GT, how did you like try to do your review of the wrong answers or the markings? How much time did you took for the review of GT?
So usually if you give a GT on Sunday, then it will take your entire day for analyzing and then trying to find out your weaknesses.
Correct.
And then I like, once you do a GT now, it's best analyze it on the same day. Like I used to give it and then I used to give it after the results were out so that I don't have the anxiety of impending results. Uh,
Yeah,
and
agree to that
then
point.
yeah, and then once I see okay whichever questions were wrong, I would mark them. Okay, first of all, I would do topic wise and subject wise. If this subject is the major area where I'm lacking, and I would do that on the same day itself. And the remaining one or two questions, so they get covered by reading the explanation only.
Exactly. So basically, the take-home message from here is, if you are giving a GT, try to cover up the whole thing in the whole day. Do
Yeah,
not drag it for the next day or third day. It will just waste your time. Okay.
yeah.
Second part of the question I asked was, like, now what is your suggestion or message to the juniors that who will be giving the exam now of the next, because they don't have the internship here. So they will have to give
Mm.
the exam after their final year. So what do you think should be their strategy when they are joining any of the classroom somewhere? So when they're going to the coaching, when they're making the notes, what is your suggestion to them that how they should proceed, and by how early they should be able to complete their content, when they should start with GTs, when should they start with the test and all? What is your suggestion to them?
So now, because we don't have 1 year of internship for preparation, so I would think a student should start in second year itself. And so if you are doing in second year, then already you are done with second year subjects, then third and final year subjects are all covered. And in the meantime, also because third year is kind of chill, so in that time you can do first year subjects.
That is another very good suggestion. Okay. So when you were doing like GTs, when you were giving the test, many students asked me, like yesterday also I had a query that now the NEET is run, the result is out. I made like my 20th notebook. So did you also made the 20th notebook like many people try to make, or nothing like that, nothing special like that?
I I I really don't have an idea what 20th notebook is.
So your things were fall in place automatically. That was
Yeah.
that was another good thing. Okay. So, how was your like experience? Like, I know the eGurukul app, when you were using it for the very first time, you have been your foundation batch student. So when you were using it, it was probably the initial phases of eGurukul. So
Mm.
now, how do you see eGurukul as the beginning of the eGurukul? And now when it is like completing 3 years and now we are launching the 4.0. So how do you see the difference? Because you had the access to all the three versions now. Okay.
Mm.
So how do you see the changes in eGurukul app?
So it has grown tremendously. First, though, initial phases where there used to be so many bugs and there was so much problem with login and then course settings and stuff. And now, though, it's running very smoothly. I don't usually get any kind of like you have been logged out, or I don't have any problem with keep your course has expired, because like initially now there was some problem with locking of the courses. Now it's running very smoothly, and it is also very well organized now.
How, what is your comment on the content part of eGurukul, content part of the classes, DBMCI live, face to face, and all content part? What is your comment?
So content is like if you are doing from Bhatyana, so you don't have to read even textbooks. Like, personally, I feel sometimes like that. I should not have read textbook. I should have just done this. It would have saved me a lot of hard work.
Now you can say this because now you're passed out of the college. Have you been in your college? No, professors would have listened to this. They would have been little annoyed. But anyhow, that's a hard work that all our 19 faculties are doing. Okay, any faculty whose special mention is required here in your preparation, in your like what you have achieved today?
Ashwani said, anatomy. He is the god of anatomy. Really,
So basically,
like
anatomy means Ashwani and Ashwani means anatomy, right?
yes.
So a wonderful man, no doubt about it, 100%. Amazing. So see, he is the one person who has made us all, fell in love with anatomy again, to be honest. So he's
Yes,
such a
sir.
wonderful
Well,
person. Okay. And what about others? Other clinical faculties, all the like we had, you joined us in the foundation year. So when you joined initially, the faculties who influenced you or made or pushed you to, you should go ahead and pursue your dream or go ahead with that.
sir, pediatrics में Pankaj sir was very friendly, and apart from him, Tamim sir, like he is very good with medicine. Like
He's legend, no doubt.
he is literally like he is dictating Harrison only. If you think about it, he is the best for medicine. And apart from that, Anu ma'am is very helpful. Like whenever I used to have any problem, I always contacted her, and yeah, it would get resolved in minutes.
No doubt. Have you visited the new center that we are having at Delhi Gautam Nagar that we recently built? No, did not a
Gautam
chance.
Nagar में नहीं. No.
Right? So just go and visit there, and I would like to have your reviews about our center as well. So we have just transformed it absolutely at Delhi Center. What you have seen, and now the center is absolutely like it's a difference of day and night. So a new center, and now we have the hostels there, we have the library there. So I would recommend you just go there and guide your juniors as well. Like what should be the proper, preparation strategy. Okay, one take home message for everyone who will be like who has not been able to perform very well in this particular exam. See, I must tell everybody that Devashish cracked AIMS. He left it. He gave this INI, this NEET exam to give the next INI, to be honest. Okay. So he's one of those person who is determined to get what he actually wants and what he actually deserves. And he's going to get it. That is for sure. One take home message, Devashish, for everybody who has given the exam for the first time, unfortunately has not been able to do well this particular day.
uh, Focus more on previous year questions and not just on previous year questions. Try to analyze the kind of topics. Like, of course, the questions will not get repeated, but the topics usually get repeated. To make a copy of it, and then for anatomy, like okay, these are the topics. Make a separate list, and then keep on ticking it after you do it well in that topic.
What is your like opinion about like I got after the NEET exam, I got many calls from the student and they were calling me, not even messaging me, they called me and they told me one kind of common I can say problem they all had, and the ranking of most of the student is somewhere between 10,000 to 20,000, and one common thing that I felt in between them was that sir, I was doing GT from this platform, TND from that platform, GT from another platform, and I was comparing. What is your opinion about the students who are like trying to utilize multiple platforms for their class notes, for their TNDs, for their like multiple things? What is your opinion about it?
No, sir, it's not. I would not recommend it. Like, if you are doing from one platform, just believe it 100% because ultimately the knowledge is same. You are getting it from your other platform. It's gonna be same. It's not that the medicine will differ from person to person. So always believe in just one source. Like it's said now, ki I don't fear a man who knows 1,000 kicks, but I fear a man who has practiced one kick 1,000 times. That's the key.
And what about the people who are now looking to give the exam? You have to be like on the track. Like he said, Devashi said, you have to be disciplined. You have to be on the track. And if like, I want to ask one very common question being asked to me also as a faculty, I answer them in my way, but I would like to know from your opinion, sir, I don't want like to join anything. How do I make a proper schedule? How do I keep myself on track? Any strategy that you have for them, that how do they keep themselves motivated and keep themselves on the track? Anything that you can recommend to them, those who
Uh,
don't want to join anything?
so it's really hard. Like I cannot imagine myself without coaching institutes. Like although I'm from AIMS Delhi, but still like I think coaching centers are a must for preparation because without it you will be lost in because there are so many sources and so much of information. You don't know what is important for you and what is not. So I would personally recommend like to go and join once.
Thank you so much, Devashish, for talking to us. And what is the plan now? I know you will be going for INI, but what is the plan as of now for the NEET, going for counseling and everything else as well?
I would definitely participate in the NEET counseling because to have surety so that I can give my INI with a free mind. And I want in medicine or radio, so hope that I get it from
100%.
somewhere.
You are going to achieve your vision has always been very, very clear. Your targets have been very, very set from the very day one. And the people who have their mindset very clear, they have the clarity of the thoughts. You might not be sure about the way, the pathway, but that's all right. The goal is this. So you're going to get it. That is for sure, 100%. Right. So thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much, Devashish, for talking to us, for guiding all your colleagues, all your juniors. I wish you all the very, very best. You have been doing fantastically in past as well. And I'm very much sure that you will be doing fantastic in your future too.
Thank you, sir. And all the best to everyone who was listening.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. And just, follow him. And you are also going to crack the rank. That is for sure. Thank you, Devashish. Thank